are not the ones making the profit off of your medical bills. I am Carlee. I'm a mixed animal veterinary practice owner in the state of Kansas, and so I do so many times people are not going to clinics like mine. It is not a local small business. It is not owned by a veterinarian. It is owned by some mega corporation, some private equity firm, some hedge fund, and over half of those are owned by like one company, Mars. And so it is crazy. Like when you are paying astronomical healthcare costs and blaming veterinary staff or healthcare staff for it, you're really just confounding two different problems. One, we do not make our equipment, our drugs, our lab equipment, our x-rays, our suture, our materials, our fluids, our supplies. Those are all corporations. And so we buy that and it's expensive. And I have no idea what their profit margin is, but I guarantee you it's much higher than what ours is. So they sell us that stuff and then we charge you guys for it. That's a huge cost. And then running a business is really expensive. Taking care of staff appropriately and paying people well is expensive, and that should be done. That shouldn't be something that we're like, we're going to cheat nurses and vet techs out of a livable wage and benefits in order to keep the the healthcare costs lower. I don't think that's right. They deserve to get paid too. We all do. But when corporations own veterinary practices, they jack up the prices tremendously because they're not going to take a little bit less in order so your cat gets treated. They're going to make sure that their shareholders get paid first. And that means squeezing every last dollar out of things. So it is very tricky to figure this out because they won't change the name of the hospital. They'll keep everything looking the same. They do it very under the rug. But if you're going to a veterinary clinic, you really should look and see if it's private practice owned or not, and consider going to a private practice instead. My practice, we treat people right. We take care of others. We invest in our staff first. We care about mental health. We care about them having time off. We care about them having benefits and livable wages. And a practice profit margin historically is around 10 to 15%. I don't think that's too much. I think that is a fair level for me as a veterinarian who spent over $200,000 to get my education, who now runs a veterinary practice of over 15 employees. I don't think 10% profit margin is unethical. My goal is to build sustainable and ethical healthcare and teach other veterinarians how to do the same so that we can take veterinary practices back into the hands of private individuals instead of corporations. So if you're a pet owner out there, please consider supporting your local small businesses, especially over places that are big corporate owned, places like Chewy. Try to use your veterinarian's online pharmacy. I understand every dollar matters, and so most of us absolutely do not care where you need to buy stuff in order to make it affordable. But just know that the price of veterinary medicine is not your veterinarian's fault.